with brain failure. Their brain is dying. There's lots of wiring, synapses, but it's two things. It's structural and it's chemical.
Yes.
Okay? Important to know. It's structural and it's chemical. At least 2 or more of parts of your brain have to be dying. 2 or more. Most people say, oh, memory loss. That's a little teeny piece of it. Maybe in the beginning, with a number of dementias, you're going to see short-term memory getting lost in space and time, things like that. We also know, though, about all dementias is that they're chronic. They can't be fixed. They don't get better. Right now, we don't have any drug that's going to stop it, fix it, cure it, nothing. Now, we do have things like the Aricept, Exelon, Razidine. All those are somewhat effective in some cases in slowing it down or masking things so that some tasks can be performed that maybe would be more of a struggle without it. But it's not going to get better. And in fact, it will continue to get worse. It doesn't just stop and hover at a position. It continues. And then the final thing is, it will kill you, there are 5 ways that we take in data from our environment, right? Do this. We take data from out there and we put it in here. This is where we process it. This is where we make decisions about how to use what we see out there is by putting it in here. And then whatever we're going to do, take action in whatever way. We take it in, process it, and do something about that data. First way, use your phone. First way, a human being, the preferred way, and it's out here by itself because it is the most important. Be an artist. The most important preferred way we take in data is vision. What we see. That is how we like to take in data the most. And I want to point something out. Where do we get visual data? How does it come in?
Optic nerve through our brain.
Where's the entry point?
Our eyes.
Right, let's point at our eyes. A couple things about this. Let me show you where the part of the brain is that processes is all the way back here. It's the occipital region of your brain. So think about how amazing it is that this isn't only one thing. We have the data from 2 eyes. 2 eyes take in 2 pieces of vision, flip them around, stick them together, and then there's something to us. That's pretty amazing. It's all wiring. Guess what happens to somebody with dementia? The wiring goes on the fritz. Okay? One thing to know about this. So people living with dementia rely on this the most. What they see means more than anything else. And that's going to lead me to the next one. The second most important way that we take in data. What we hear. Right. What we hear informs our brain next to what we see. Okay? What happens if you hear a loud crash? Hear a crash, what do you do? Do you look? You go, you want to see because that's still more important. Now, the part of the brain that deals with hearing, this is an interesting thing, we're going to come back to it, is our temporal lobes. We have a left side and a right side, and we're going to talk more about this. We have language on the left and more rhythmic parts of speech on the right. Okay? And what's interesting about our auditory abilities is, for some reason, in every dementia, the lobes change differently. The left is always much more severely affected than the right, and earlier than the right. We're going to come back to that.
Okay. So in other words, Anne's ability to speak.
We're going to get into that, yeah. Absolutely, we're going to get into that. We're going to get real detailed about it. Okay, we're just doing this. Okay, here's another thing. This thing's out here by itself. This is hearing. What do caregivers like to do? What did I just say?
Who knows?
You're wet, let's get you changed.
Right.
Later in the disease, that's what they hear. What are they evaluating?
Tone, affect, your mouth moving, the whole face. The visual, what she's seeing.
What are they seeing? Do they think they're understanding that you care that they're wet and it's really important that they get changed?
Yeah.
What are they feeling, maybe?
Oh, they're just wrong. I mean, somehow they
Some
just.
sort of
Yeah.
attack, imposition.
Attack. This is good. We're going to keep coming back to what are they feeling? What is their sense? What is my agenda? I got an agenda. We're going to talk about that too. This hand, as a caregiver, we have an agenda. We're going to have to look at that and how we get that done. We can have them, just don't want to show it.
Mm.
And they can't have a timeline. We'll have to throw these away. Okay? Now, the third way that we take in data, the third most important way we take in data from our environment is, take your middle finger, do it with me, on your hand, touch. This is sensory motor. When you feel something, you do something. When you do something, you feel something. Ooh, that feels good. I'm going to keep doing that. Or if I say that doesn't feel good, what am I going to do? Stop. Right. This is one of the most basic. We're going to come back to this in a little bit. Okay? Now what I want you guys to do, you two pair up. Why don't you have dementia, PK? Tina, you be the caregiver. Okay? You two just get close to each other. And I'm going to come. Terrence, come stand with me.
Okay.
All right? So we're going to do a little exercise. You've got dementia. Isn't that nice that I just chose that for you?
Do I
Don't get
stand?
to
Should we sit or just not?
Yeah, why don't you stand up if you're comfortable with that?
Yeah.
All right. All right, you two with dementia. Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to take away your first two. Your sight, so you're going to close your eyes, and you and I are not going to talk. Okay? What I want you to do, because you have dementia, I want you to feel really vulnerable. I want you to put your hands behind your back. You do what I do. You're going to use these. Okay? Go over to her. Okay, ready? Now. Okay, have a seat. What was that like?
Weird. Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
What's
Intrusive.
going on? Why,
Right.
you know,
What's going
what's
on?
happening?
What did you want to do? You were being really good, weren't you? What did you really want to do?
You want to move away from it.
You
It's
want to move
uncomfortable.
away. We're going to talk about that. That's an instinct to move away. Did you want to
Push
open?
away.
Push away. That's another one. Absolutely. Anybody want to open their eyes?
Yes.
Did you want to move your hands?
Yeah.
You were very well
Grab them.
behaved.
Right. I wasn't sure what my job was, but I just wanted to feel.
Just
Just wanted
experience,
to feel it. Right.
Now I want you to do something for me. You can play along with this too. Here, close your eyes. I'm going to do it to you for a second, just so you get an idea of what we're talking about. The thing is, she knows what's coming. Okay. What's that like for you? No, you didn't like that. No, I can see you look a little. Oh, that was terrible. That's what I'm seeing in your face. Pretty awful, right? We took away this. We took away this. Now what I want you to do is we'll just do it together. I want you to touch yourself where you were touched. Start up here. You don't have to close your eyes.
No.
Do it here. Fix here. And then, okay? What's different?
I'm doing it, so I know what I'm doing.
You know what to expect
Yeah.
because you're doing it, right? This is the most primitive part of skill in the brain is hand-eye. Your eyes knew where your hands were going. They knew you were going to get that touch.
So there's a comfort there.
There's a connection.
Right.
There is a closed circuit. But what happened when somebody else touched you and you weren't connected to what was going on? That was an open circuit.
Right. Oh my God.
How good did that feel?
Makes me feel bad sometimes.
Well, this is why we're here. We're gonna
Yeah.
figure this out. I
Yeah.
want to demonstrate something for you, and then I'm gonna let you try. Come on, Terrence, with me for a second. I want you to try something a little different. Switch sides. This time, I want you to get. We're gonna use this, right? Terrence. Now, look at this. What is one of the most social ways that we say greet each other? Handshake. But guess what happens after a little while? You want to let go. Now, what happens? All right. Oh, I didn't tell you this about the hand. I'm sorry. When in the human beings, the palm is one of the most sensitive, comforting places on the body. Okay. But what happens with somebody with dementia? Something that happen is they don't know to let go, or they lost their skill, but they got some strength. So what are they going to do? Squeak! Ow! Ow! What are you doing? Terrence! Ow! That hurts! That hurts! That hurts! So they don't want to let go. I'm doing this. Or if they think you're, come on, come on. Why not come with me? Please come with me. Please come with me. They might pull away. They might get mad. They might squeeze harder. So here's what I'm going to suggest we do. We're going to come back to this in detail over and over, okay? So I got his visual regard. Then I spoke. We're going to do this. Visual, verbal, then touch. Never touch without this. What is touching? Without this and this?
It's a finger. Visual,
Get used to
verbal,
it.
touch. Okay.
Don't start your day like this.
Okay.
Don't wake somebody up in the morning. Sweetheart, get up. It's time to get up. There's nothing human beings hate more than light touch, especially if they didn't ask for it. Things are crawling on you. It's unpredictable. It's a danger. Danger. So we're going to work with, let's move forward here. Hey there. Visual, verbal, touch. Then I'm going to get hold of the thumb and swing open like this to a butterfly. Because wiggle your fingers. Butterfly. Then I'm going to hold on with my strength fingers, and I still have skill fingers left. See that? He can hold on to me however he wants. I'm also going to turn his hand over, and I'm going to comfort him this way. I know where his hand is. I know where his hand is. Also, I can pump it. Naturally, look over there. Hey, Terrence. 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 Eventually, I'm pumping. Get his attention. It's also comforting. Also, with people with dementia, what are they missing on the top of their hands? Padding. They're not plump like babies. If you don't have padding, what else are you missing? What happens when I put my hand on top of his? What is he going to feel?
Well,
Warmth. I'm giving you warmth. So this can be a very comforting way. This can do so much for us, and we're going to really explore that later. Okay? This is called hand under hand, because my hand is under his. And here's what we can do with this. Hey. Your hair. Okay? Yeah. Now. Cup. Or if you can't do, if you don't have skill, I have skill. We're gonna put in your body. Here. Look. How's that feel?
Okay.
Does the connection know? I've just made the hand-eye connected. Your body, your brain knows your hand is coming up.
yes.
Your brain knows it's
Yes.
going to your throat. Your
Yes.
brain knows it's going down.
Yeah.
You guys try.
But is that connectivity an initial, or is that if you're trying to do something physically with the person?
Well, we're going to talk about it. You want to
Okay.
always approach somebody
Yes.
with a positive way, and it does end up in the hand under hand.
Okay.
How about if they resist your touching?
We're going to talk about that. This should help. We're going to talk about all these tough behaviors. Just try that so you feel, and I want to see you guys slip into hand under hand.
Okay.
Okay? I want to watch. Wait, who's got dementia? You have dementia.
Okay. I have to mention.
Let her
sorry.
do it.
Okay.
You're going to shake her hand first. Shake hands.
shake your hand.
But we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna talk about it more. And slide into butterfly. There you go, excellent. Now, give her the visual cue. Visual, visual first. Let's fix her hair, give her a visual cue. Yep, and the verbal, good. And yep, good. There you go. Now, Karis, you try it with me and you try it with her.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You do it. Now you and I are gonna be demented.
Okay.
Not
so,
demented.
see you.
Okay. Hi.
My hand here.
How are you?
How are you today?
Yeah.
You look so nice. Thank you.
Catching your hair.
I was thinking maybe you could try and curl your hair.
Oh, that looks nice.
Your hair, what do you think?
That looks good. Does it feel a little better? Yeah. Good.
Is that okay?
Oh, right here.
What do you think about this hand? Should we
You
check
can
the
show on
toes?
yourself first.
Do you think that they're wet down here?
Thank
What
you.
do you think? Is that right?
Yeah.
Can you help me?
Here.
You use your skill fingers.
There you go, right?
There you go. Those are your skill fingers.
Yeah.
Use those
Maybe
skill
some
fingers.
of this,
Okay.
right?
Now,
Yeah. Does that feel better?
Mm-hmm.
Looks better.
did you use visual first,
Mm-hmm.
then verbal?
Yes.
Excellent.
And
Then
the
touch.
Right.
Have a seat. Good.
It's, great.
So, wow. How are we going to apply this? How are we going to put this out in the world? Where are we going to take this?
Well, I think it's a very helpful tool for the initial greeting at the beginning of the day, whoever shows up.
It's
or
a
whoever's
helpful
there.
tool for every greeting
Yeah,
all
all the
throughout
time.
the day.
Yes, well, that was my secondary comment too, right?
Yeah, yeah. This can go with